All right, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How we doing? How we feeling? Got a fresh week. Nice, sunny, beautiful Monday morning. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, go ahead and check out this economic calendar. Today we don't have anything scheduled. Tomorrow we have the core CPI at 8:30. Then Wednesday we have crude oil inventories. Thursday we have core retail sales, and then the initial jobless claims, and the Philadelphia Fed manufacturing index. And then Friday we have building permits. So just pretty normal week. Nothing special going on this week. Go ahead and check out that power range report. All right, so for the NQ future sessions today, the power range, we have a high of 13,832. It's supposed to be 0.00. I don't know how I fat fingered that 9 in there. With a low of 13,792.25. At the time of this posting, we were trading neutral. We were just trading sideways within a range. We'll look at that in a minute. Down 0.25%. With a volume of 70K and an ATR 244.14. Let's go ahead and check that out. Okay, so you see on the daily, we're just kind of hanging out here sideways, just waiting, in this little tight range, just waiting for a move either higher or lower. I think we do have some room to have at least some retracement before we continue higher. Everything, the big picture right now, everything's still looking bullish. All right, so you can see that we pretty much just overnight and in the pre-market have been hanging out sideways between the power range 50% and -1. Slightly bullish. Put out a little trend line here just so we can see the little micro trend. Not a strong trend at all, but it is slightly bullish. Even put it right there. Either one, that's probably a better one. All right, so that is the NQ futures power range. And because I can't, I just wanted to get this out already. I am announcing today that I am going to be releasing the ultimate charting guide, featuring Sierra chart. I'm going to be releasing this guide, within the next few weeks. This is, I haven't been, if you notice that other than the streams, I haven't been really posting any other videos. It's because I've been working on this. So this is coming in the next few weeks. If you want to go ahead and sign up to be notified when I release it, and to get more information about it, you can go ahead and click this button right here, or click this here, or there's also a link in the description below, and it'll take you to this page that'll let you know more about the guide and what's in it and what you get. It comes with a Sierra chart quick start guide for free, and you can got a little walkthrough on here. You can click this and give you a little walkthrough of what's inside the guide with some stuff in here too. So you can click the link in the description below, or use the link in the description below. That'll take you to this page, and you can learn more about the guide if you're interested in it. So it's featuring Sierra chart, but my plan is to have all the charting platforms that I'm familiar with. I have it in this one guide. So it's featuring Sierra chart because that's the one that I'm that I use the most, but it's not only about Sierra chart. All right, so just wanted to put that out real quick. And want to wait around on it after doing my normal morning report. Something exciting I got working on. So let's continue. Go ahead and look at the rest of the market. All right, I don't want to look at the Dow. what ES looks like. The ES is looking really choppy, but it's also trading sideways, kind of slightly bullish, making higher lows and higher highs. It looks like we're currently retesting 50% of the power range. And completely in all-time high territory on the daily. So basically, like the big picture, I am waiting for a pullback with the equity futures. Since we're here, and we already saw the Dow, let's go ahead and check out the Russell. Pretty much the same picture as expected. You know, the Russell has been trading within this range here, pretty much trading sideways and on the bigger scale, on a bigger time frame. So the Russell is the only one out of the equities that are not, out of the index futures that are not trading into all-time high territory. I even think NQ is kind of at the top of its range. Yep. So it's NQ is like right, you know, trying to make new highs, hitting its head right against the previous high. So we'll see if we can break through that, or you know, if we have some sell-off before, you know, we make new highs with NQ. All right, and real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and just take a glance at crude oil and gold and all my other ones. From a big picture, crude oil still is hanging around in this range here. Haven't made a move in either direction, so it's just trading sideways. Got sort of the same. Well, it's trading. So we had a little dip overnight. A nice little bounce off -2, and we're trading bullish in the since the Euro session. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is pretty much trading sideways, retesting. It looks like the session low. Well, not quite the session low, but retesting -2. So it's mostly hanging out below the power range, or bearish of the power range. And the euro, the euro currency, kind of the same price action, but you had we traded down to -4 before we found some support. Traded all the way back, creating a huge range up to +4, so or +3. So that's very interesting price action for the European, or for the euro currency. All right, so let me go ahead and get my trading screen up. Get this pre-market snapshot. Got about 4 minutes to the bell. Go back through my checklist, make sure I'm not missing anything. remind myself to always see the big picture. On that one losing day last week, I didn't. When I did go back and review it, I didn't quite see the big picture. Well, I did, but I didn't, pretty much I kind of didn't respect it. And there are some things that I did miss. Because I remember I was trying to kind of get in and out quickly. Even though I was, I saw that, I didn't believe that there was going to be a huge move in the direction that I was trying to trade it in, but I was trying to get in and out real quickly. So there were some things that I missed that, should have kept me out of that trade. But other than that, that's some interesting bearish spike we got before the bell. Trading back down to that. Retesting that previous pivot, the support here at 781. Looks like a price action to market makers. Pretty much we're just collecting inventory here. Pretty much what we've been doing all the entire session. A market maker would say we're collecting inventory to sell off higher, but I also see it in either direction. I try to stay neutral in terms of the sentiment of what could possibly happen on a bigger scale. So we could be accumulating, even though we're still slightly bearish, we could be accumulating for a dip lower. Just to make sure I don't get biased to one particular direction. Here we go. It looks like we're trying to break that support, but we've got some more buyers sitting down there. Make sure I bring my Delta board back up. I think it's the one main thing that's been a challenge for me is my strategy has been giving me bearish or short setups, but the price action has been more in favor of the longs. People who are, pretty much with the term that are primarily bullish have been having better success with their strategies lately than people trying to short. And we see, last week we saw a lot of divergence between the delta and price action. And so far it looks like we're continuing with that trend. So if I'm trading this, I'm trading the edges of this range. I don't want to be in any of this noise here.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Wanted to see something real quick. I am making a slight adjustment to, or I'm using an alternative to my strategy. Just to be a little tighter with my risk management, since I am in drawdown. Extremely choppy, got a lot of noise in here in terms of volume. So right now it's just popcornize. The way with this price action, with this structure, I may just popcornize the whole morning session. Turn myself down in the headphones a little bit. You know what? It's good. I do not like this price action at all. If I have to, this may be an afternoon trading day. If anybody else noticed a spooky low volume on the open, this is going to be an interesting week. But to be fair, every week is true that it's definitely been, as far as I can remember, it's been interesting every single week this year. But I am noticing that volume. Strong buying coming in. Let's see if we can continue. Where is our all-time high? I think I looked at this last week. I thought I marked it. Once again, here's another time where I had the right idea, but placed the order in at the wrong price. That's been the most interesting thing for me the last couple of months, where I have my order and then like the price action turns around right before my order. That's either bearish or bullish, whether I'm taking a long or a short. Like no matter where I place it, either if I'm trying to anticipate a little bit, it'll still turn around before my entry. It's been one of the most frustrating things for me trading this over the last couple of months. And I still don't necessarily, especially today, I definitely don't like to I don't like to use my breakout strategy. I don't like this price action for a breakout. Now, I could use my responsive trading technique, but that one's an internal challenge for me because I'm trying, my goal is to get the best price. And then once I take those responsive trades, I usually end up not liking the risk on it. The way they're setting this up, they're setting this stage to introduce some shorts down here in anticipation that we'll break lower. Just looking at the structure and the price action. I'm gonna look at a 30-minute. Yep. So we built this support here, and now we got some selling coming in. However, I am seeing positive delta. That volume is really low. Yeah, I'm definitely just watching at this point. Like, I don't even see anything that interests me. So I'm saying I'm watching, but you can probably see on my screen that I got, a trade here, but this is only an sim account just to collect data. And also to train myself to trade in multiple accounts at one time. But I got multi-charts open on the other monitor as usual. If anyone's not familiar with my setup, and I'm trading Leeloo and multi-charts. So just to put that out there also, everything that I've learned about multi-charts and NinjaTrader 8, as well as TradingView and any other platform that I have experience with, all of that is going into the Ultimate Charting Guide. Just throw a quick little advertisement in there. And it's something that I'm going to be continuously working on. It's not just something I'm just going to do one time and then just forget about it. No, this is something that I plan on working on, indefinitely. So it's what I call a working project. So it will always have updates, and if there's any change with any of these platforms, I plan on, I will put that information into the Ultimate Charting Guide. Need to make a note to myself to make an official video about the guide itself. This is just the pre-launch to the pre-launch to the pre-launch. And also, if you sign up early, you'll get a discount, for just signing up early to the pre-launch. You don't have to, you don't need a credit card, or you don't have to pay anything just to sign up. If you're interested, all you need is your email. Put your email on that screen that I showed you earlier. Link is in the description below. And once we get closer to the launch date, then you'll get an email with the discount code in it. So we're still chopping around. Not much to see here. I think I've already pretty much made in my mind not to take any trades this morning, but I may come back in the afternoon, and depending on what the structure looks like. This is a battle zone that I typically don't like to trade within. It just decreases the probability of success for my strategy to work out. Trying to trade within the battle zone. When I do trade them, I usually like to try to trade the edges of them. I'm feeling this one this morning. Put this on repeat. If my software wants to work with me this morning. Making an attempt to take the price lower. Still got buyers sitting down there. Shorts are covering. Still collecting inventory. And there's the attempt to take it lower. Let's see if we get some follow through. Follow through looks strong so far, and we're just not gonna speculate any further. I'm just gonna watch it. Definitely not gonna chase it. And while we do that, I'm gonna switch this up. So per my strategy, the only setup that I had is the one that you can see right here, which I didn't get filled on. So whether if I took it in my the Leeloo account, I would have missed it anyway, or if I would have tried to take it. Unless I took a responsive short. So we're definitely confirmed the sell-off at this point. There's a lot of momentum coming in. Also, hindsight capital says that I could have took the short of this break, but like I said, that wasn't part of my plan today, so that is what it is. I'm gonna move this down here. And it is selling off strong. So I definitely wouldn't want to be trying to buy the dip this morning unless I had a lot to risk. But not off this anyway. So we did trade down into one of our key levels, one of our, what do you call it? I've been calling it TPO, but that's not exactly where these levels come from. Our balance zone. There we go. On the balance zone levels. We're finding some buyers down there. Volume drops off at right where we're trading at right now. Let's see. Is at 755. I definitely wouldn't take a short this close to the key level. This is me personally. It would be nice for it to trade back up to that previous support. Give us a retest and trade lower. Still don't have any open orders out there for Leeloo. Also, Hindsight Capital says if I would have, so right here where I have this will be a stop loss order. This green line here. Right where I have that, if I was trying to look for a takeout trade or a breakout, this could have been a location to go short as well. Just looking at the candlestick pair and the structure in relation to support, or not support, but resistance. And the structure, that wouldn't have been a bad location if to take a short if I was looking to take what I call a takeout trade. It's not technically a takeout because these will need to be green, so you can kind of call it a breakout since you can kind of see this as a lower time frame micro support or range. So we chopped around a little bit in there. That's what this candlestick pair represents. Can't see that at all. we got some sellers trying to support that level there. Just traded it off the power range level and volume. If I was trading this for an actual real trade, I would definitely want to at least take off half the position right before that key level. That's 748.
Order submitted.
See if I can take a structure play.
Order canceled.
Didn't like the price action there. It wasn't really the location that I really wanted anyway. I'm gonna do like I did last time, just let me see what's gonna happen trade. So we do have a point of control here at 790-ish. What is that? Yeah, 790. Looking at it from a bigger perspective, we're trying to retest that previous support. Even I don't really feel like, just looking at the structure, I don't see a lot of, how can I say it? I don't see a lot of interest to the short side. Not looking good for shorts. I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong, but want to see how price responds to this point of control. Traded back into that value area, and we're seeing some little bit of a battle go on right now, but the buyers are still looking strong. Price action looks similar to that day that I took that loss. Positive delta climbing. Well, it's all over the place actually. As soon as I said that, it dipped again. Again, we're battling. Could possibly see another dip here soon. Just looking at how the candles are setting up. Yeah, so I may just come back in the afternoon and see what the structure looks like, see if we have calmed down a little bit. See if I can have some better luck with my setups. Other than just collecting data. Got less than 10 minutes until the end of my trade window for the morning. Going to be watching the low of that 1003 candle on a 3-minute chart to see if we break that low. If it breaks the high, we watch and see how high it could actually go. So I don't think it would break it with a whole lot of momentum as we're seeing now. We're just back in the choppy zone. How much do you pay monthly for using SC now after they changed? All right, so I need to go ahead and make that video. I've just been too busy to do it, but I only pay for package 5. But it depends on exactly, what do you mean? You mean for the platform or for data? Because I think that's where people get confused between the fees or the charges for the platform versus the data that gets put on the charts. There are two separate things. So I got CQG. I use CQG for my data, and I paid for that through AMP. I think that's like $31. Something like that. Let's just make it 30 just to make it even number. I have to look again. But I looked at that statement last night, but I can't remember the exact price. But it's $30 something. So, and then Sierra Chart has their packages. Since nothing's going on, we can go ahead and, I got the link somewhere. Since I'm not in any active trades right now, I can go ahead and check that out. And also, all of this is in will be in the Sierra Chart Quick Start Guide as well. That's the guide that comes for free. Let me find the link so I can give you exact information. Oh, that's why I was getting the 36 from. Okay. So this is just a screenshot that I took from Sierra Chart. So I got package 5, so I paid the $36 for the platform itself, for the platform, and to be able to have access to the market profile data. I mean, not data, the market profile features of Sierra Chart. So the data in and of itself is separate. So I paid AMP futures for CQG. You can also get data through Sierra Chart, which is Denali. If you want that, you have to either get package 10 through 12, right? So the way to look at this, Sierra Chart, for their features, they have two different packages. There's package 3 and then package 5. That's just for the platform and their features. Now, if you want to add data into it, then there's package 10, which package 10 is just a mixture of package 3 with the Denali data feed, right? And then package 11 is a mixture of package 5 with the Denali data feed. All right, so package 10, you get the Denali data with no market profile. Package 11, you get the Denali data with market profile, if that makes sense. So that's just, got a sneak peek into the video that I'm going to make in the future, the near future, explaining their new setup. But yeah, that's the only thing I pay for, just package 5 and CQG through AMP features. So it looks like we did break the low slightly of that bullish counter that I was referencing earlier, but we're not really selling off. We're still just trading, chopping around within this range. As I expected, I didn't think we would have any momentum to really take us higher, so we just stand within this range, and I am not interested in any trades at this moment. The next level I would be looking at per the structure and the levels is this range between, let me use volume to create this range, pretty much 808 and 815. That's the next range that I'm interested to see how price responds in that range, or to those levels. Not saying that I would take a trade in any particular direction there. I'm just interested to see if price can get back up there, back in that range that I just mentioned, 815 to 808, and then how it responds to that range. Later on, I'm gonna have to. I ain't even have no notes for the journal today. Yep, so I have officially hit the end of my trading window, so I can go ahead and lock this in. Another no trade morning session from me. Well, I guess. And now we're pushing higher. So then I'll be looking to see if we make it to that range, and then how price responds to that range. Got support from Delta. Still low volume though. That volume's not crazy. Not much excitement with that volume. What it looks like for ES. I'm just curious if like institutions and the big money took their spring break early or something. It's not, I think it's what do you call it? My terms are escaping me. Earnings season. Goodness gracious. It's not earnings season. So it'd definitely be interesting to see how the rest of this week plays out, especially since we got such a uneventful start to this session. Like even overnight, not just only in this morning session, but overnight it didn't really do anything either. If I remember correctly, we didn't even have a gap. Usually we gap in either direction over the weekend. I mean, there was kind of a gap, but not really. It filled immediately. So yeah, very interesting start to what I believe is going to be an interesting week. And with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close up the shop and sign off. Hope y'all have a good rest of your day. And I will see y'all Wednesday. Trade it easy.